Hello, and welcome back to Homebrew Tavern Tales. Most DMs think that they start to homebrew when they have their first magic item, or their first subclass, or when they modify a monster, or even when they create their own campaign setting. However, that's not true. In fact, in a campaign, first person to homebrew are your players. Character creation is already a collaborative effort for modifying the rules. After all, how many of you choose? Roll 4 dice 6, take away the lowest. Use a point buy system. Or perhaps you have your own style. Roll 3 dice 6, and now whatever you roll goes in order of your stats. Something I once did in AD&D. Your players then decide the story that goes with that character. After all, Player's Handbook and the Dungeons Master Guide does not state that a halfling has to be a rogue and have the criminal background. Your player decides, I'm going to play an undead character, a reborn, that has amnesia. And now, the homebrew has begun. How does that play out? Then, the players stop homebrewing individually, and that is session 0. So when you all start working together, what are the expectations of the campaign? What are the expectations of the player? What are the expectations of the dungeon master? What rules are you going to keep? What rules are you going to get rid of? Some people don't like certain aspects. Do all of you run with encumbrance? Do you track the weight of every item, including your copper pieces? Or do some of you decide that coinage weighs nothing, and others just ignore it altogether? That's homebrew. But my cat is trying to tear up the chair. But this is where most DMs also make a mistake. The first time a DM truly homebrews, and this can go for a campaign you create, running a module, doing a one-shot, the first time you truly homebrew as the DM is when you start to decide how do the players fit into the campaign. You're running Curse of Strahd. Please tell me where in the module it explains to you how a Goliath sorcerer fits into that campaign. It doesn't. But you as the DM start to modify a little bit of how the NPCs are going to react, what monsters are going to have what traits, how the conversations are going to play out based off of that Goliath sorcerer interacting with those NPCs and monsters. That is the true start of homebrew as a DM. Now, writing your own campaign, altering encounters, all of that, they are homebrew. But my question for you is, maybe you shouldn't be pondering, should I homebrew? Instead, ask yourself, how do I guide homebrew within my campaign? And that is a conversation for another day. I look forward to seeing you at the tavern.